tired of walking and roaming, and he died. But that lost feeling just can't leave from his side, because even his soul gets lost when it's his turn to talk to God. So now the only memory we have of that black man is being lost. But could you tell him what that black man has found? Most certainly.
Welcome to the Repair Shop and podcast, and this is I am Will of Will's Wellness. I am the body mechanic, and I am here with Mr.
Eddie Dre, Coach Eddie Dre, or if you really know me, DeAndre Cheetum.
Okay. So, tell me a little bit about yourself, man.
Man, I'm a fitness trainer, fitness coach, a high school football coach, a future life coach, writer, poet, speaker, actor, entertainer, learner, a little bit of everything, man.
Okay, so what brings you in here today, though? What are we speaking on?
Man, I just wanted to tell my story, Definitely I've been tuned in, I've been watching you, I've been seeing you, make your levels, reach your different levels in height. So I definitely rock with you all ripped. And then when I'm seeing this, the elevation, and I'm like, oh yeah, I need to, I want to be a part of that, because that's the same thing I'm doing in my life right now. So I'm just trying to step up to new levels. I always wanted to tell my story, and I always felt like I didn't have a voice, or I couldn't tell my story, or nobody wanted to listen. So as of this year, stories being told. So I just want to take it to the next level, so it could get out to more people, definitely. And same type of thing you on, I'm kind of on the same type of thing. I could definitely resonate, so I definitely, it's only right to come, you're my guy anyway from even before all of this. So it's like, it's only right that, we link up and then, do some beautiful art or something,
Yes, sir. So I see you doing the poetry, man. That's live. That's lit. I saw the open mic. You was up there. You had the crowd going crazy. They was ah! So tell me a little bit more about that.
Man, the poetry is crazy because it really came from pain, for real. I always wrote. When I was little, I used to like English. I didn't never take it super serious, but I be in English. I pay attention a lot. I like words. I went to some, I grew up in the urban areas, but I went to some schools that was outside of that, and so it was just a little different education, different studies I had to do, which at the time I was mad, because it's I'm doing more where I had to read a lot. I had to boom. But now as I'm looking back, it's oh yeah, that really was prepping me for what, so. I always wrote, I always did that. I used to rap, do music. My family was more a family thing, I'm just trying to hang with my big cousins, and I was fairly good at it, but it really never, I never wanted to be a rapper. That was never a dream of mine. So it was just, it's fun, but then after a while, it's all right, what you gonna do? That's just for fun, for real. So I stirred away, that's when I got into the fitness. And at the time, I was really at a lost place in my life. I was really, before I even got into the fitness, when I stopped rapping, I was just what I'm gonna do next? I was just really a lost soul. I didn't know what my purpose was. I didn't know anything. So God steered me into the fitness. So with the fitness, that's when I started learning about myself. I started learning about negative thinking, and I was a negative person, not purposefully, just the way you talk to yourself, lose your keys, oh, you dummy, you lost your keys, you stupid. I started learning that, dang, so with the fitness, that was cool too, because that's helping, you releasing pain, you doing things, but it was more physical. So it'd be I'm trying to run away from the pain. I go to the gym, go crazy, boom, and then after the gym, it's still there, because it's so then it's all right, stay in the gym longer. So, like I said, I had some past, man, but with the poetry, it happened. I was going through it. It was 2018, 2019, I want to say. And I was fed up with life. I was going through depression, a lot of different things, self-hatred. I was mad at the people around me, my brothers, mother, father, what I'm saying? My problems. I'm mad at other people for my problems, and I was wanted to punch a rock. It was just I just had so much rage in me that I couldn't control it. I just started writing, and I just started letting it out. And the first piece was like really dark. It was like a lot of dark things. You know, I was touching dark subjects. Might have been like, you hear it, you might be like, oh, okay, like you might be concerned, but that's what I wanted to, because that's what I was, you know, I was crying out for help for real. So, but people was like, you know, some people would be like, I don't know, but a lot of people, you know, they was like, oh, that's, you know, they understood it, like they understood it, so it was cool. Then I just started writing again. Then I was listening to E.T.
That's my
E.T.
guy.
Yeah, I was listening to E.T. I was listening to Inky Johnson, Les
Brown.
Brown.
You
I
gotta
was
get
listening to
Les Brown in
like,
there.
I was just like, you know, so they was, as I'm doing that, I'm learning like, okay, you know, everybody, what you gonna do now? So it's, you know, I'm a fitness guy, sports guy. People was already coming to me for motivation. So I'm like, I'm not even motivated. So I'm just listening to them, and I just start writing pieces to myself. Like a lot of times I'll be talking to myself in the piece, like it's just giving me the motivation or giving me, you know, I was trying to similar to what I was hearing from them. Then, like I said, that was in 2019, and I was dipping and dabbing. I was dropping some videos. People was rocking with me, but I wasn't never like, it was like, I don't, you know, I still was trying to figure out what I was trying to do. So it took the 2024, December 11th, I got fired from my job, like 2 weeks before Christmas. Yeah, so I was in, yeah, and it was like they could have waited to the end of the year to cut me for real. So it was just like, I felt myself when I was sitting in the house. I mean, about to go in the house, I was sitting in my car and I felt them same type of emotions I felt when I had started up. And it was just like, man, because I'm like, I can't be losing no job. I'm too old for that. It's Christmas. I got, you know, so. But instead of getting mad and getting frustrated, just from 19 to 2024, I knew like, oh yeah, I got some little hope along the way. A lot of the kids I deal with, our coach and everything, they just be pumping energy into me. Just the way they be looking at me make me like, man, let me look at myself a little better. So I knew, like, I knew at that time it was like, I'm close to where I need to go. I just got to cross that river, and December 11th, I got fired. So when I sat in my car, I just wrote. I ain't getting my wrote, then went to handle my business. The next week, December 18th, my timing belt broke. So then it was just like, man, like I already lost my job. I'm trying to get some money for Christmas. Now I got to get some money for this, and then I'm on a car note too. A Kia at that. So you already know how the Kia is like. So it's like, man, so if I pay all this money to get the timing belt, I'm still gonna be behind on if I paid it, you know, I was like, so I had to ask God, like, hey, you know, give me a sign. So he gave me a sign, like, you know, got a sign, and I was like, I'm just gonna push this. Like, I don't care about the car. Take the car. I'm at rock bottom right now. That's cool. I'm gonna climb back up. And then at this time, I'm listening to poets. I call him my nephew. He was like, he's already a poet, like a 3-4 time slam winner. So I'm sending stuff to him, and he telling me like, nah, let's do it. And I'm like, Then finally after that, I'm gonna do it, but I'm like, just give me time. So he had a show January 2nd, and I went to that show. And it felt like going to church. Like I felt like I was in the corner. I was sweatpants ripped up. My shoes was but I'm just supporting my boy. I wanted to see the scene, so I was in there. It was like magical. It was beautiful. It felt like, you know, how you go to church, you go out for church for a while, then the preacher's like, dang, the sermon is speaking to me, like he talking to me. So I was feeling that. So that made me be like, I'm gonna get into it. I'm gonna do it. Like, but I was still nervous. You know, I battle a lot of. I'm a big mental health writer, so I dealt with it all: self-hatred, self-neglect, depression, low self-esteem, all of it. I did. So I'm still, you know, fear, you know, judgment. So it was like, I'm gonna do it, and I was still nervous. I was really talking myself out, but people were just telling me like, man, you courageous. Like, you got to go on stage and do boom, 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 because they know them my vulnerable thoughts. Like, I never did it to be a poet. I just did it just to write, really, as a exercise. So they were just telling me like, man, you courageous, you brave, I'm proud. You know, I was just hearing that, and those were things I never associated with myself. So I was just like, dang, I'm courageous. Like, okay, I got to do it now, because I, you know. So even, you know, so my first show was February 15th. It was crazy because it really felt like a coming of age. It was thundering, it was raining, and I'm just walking in the rain, and I'm like, I'm not getting hit in the rain. I'm just walking, and I'm knowing that, like, I'm like, oh, this is gonna be the turn. This, you know, it's like any movie or anything. It felt like the the climate, like, okay, this is when it's going, you know. So I did the show, and he was giving me love, you know. I told him I was vulnerable with it. I told him I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm just here, so let's rock out. And it gave me love. It was a good feeling. Like I said, it was God's plan for real. It was God's choice. So I started having co-workers that was poets, and it was just like he was putting me in places with poets. So I've been rocking with it since February, and every time I go, they just people keep pumping me up, and it's building my confidence to the point now where I'm rocking out wherever. I don't even need nobody to support me. I want to come in that nobody know me and gain supporters. You know, my confidence is up. I'm talking better. People feel my energy. Like when I just talk to people, they just gravitate and, you know, they listening. So that's really that's a long story, but that's really how it got started. It got started from pain.
That's what's up, though, man. That's what's up, man. Because being vulnerable, like, especially, like, when it comes to our emotions, us as men, we were taught even as youngsters, like, hey, you have to, this is the only emotion you allowed to show is anger.
Facts.
You see what I'm saying? Because you got to protect. But I'm like, but as we get older, we understand, like, hey, I'm also human.
Yeah.
I get sad. What do I do with that? Yeah. I want to cry. What do I do with that? Like, how do I learn how to embrace me?
Yeah.
See, and this is a lesson that I even started to learn in my Bible study group. We were talking about how to nurture the little boy inside of me.
Yeah.
So when I'm listening to your story, it's like you found the cure on how to nurture the little boy inside of you, so you can become the man that you want to be.
Definitely.
See, and that's live, man. That's live, man. So with the poem, man, tell me about the poem that you was out there delivering.
Man, just before we even get on that, just to what you just said, like that's really what it is, like, you know. And that's really what the Eddie versus Dre is. Eddie is a character I created. I created that, and it just started running where people was just like, you know, oh, you Eddie. So it was really with me in the fitness. Like, I was like, I wanted to be, if I get in shape, or if I look good, or if I wasn't fat, or whatever, if I had muscles and all of that. So he was like the Stefan to the Steve Urkel.
Right.
And then, you know, I just so happened to be hitting the fitness hard. And then people would just like start calling my boys just was calling me Eddie just playing, and I just started to, because I felt like I wanted to be a different person. I didn't want to be the old me. I wanted to be you know, so that's where the Eddie versus Dre come from, because it's like I was battling. It's both two people battling. But so then that just led me to the piece was Black Boy Lost. Mm-hmm. And it's just it's funny though, because when I made it, like when I be doing this, I listen to different poets. I treat it like it's a sport. Like this is a sport to me, because I grew up my whole life playing sports. Like that really shaped my mentality, how I look at things. I view everything as a team, like a sport. So with the poetry, I just be going to the open mics and I'm listening to them, because I know I'm just new with it. I just so happen to have a skill set. I know how to use my words good. You know, so I got a skill set, but skill set is just a set of skills. That don't mean nothing. Like, yeah, I done heard people tell me that in football. Like, you got a good skill set, you raw. But it's like if you don't push, yeah. And then so I go and listen to people, and I'm like, oh dang, I ain't think about doing it like that. Or you know, it's just like when you see Kobe, you see him do a movie, you take it to the backyard. Now I might take Kobe moving, I might just add something else, or you know, make it mine. But I might have got the idea. So it was a lot of poets. Like I said, it's a lot of the Cincinnati scene is definitely fire. So I go and I look at a lot of poets, and when they perform, it's different kinds of poets. Like, so it was one guy, my boy Sheldon. He's a massage therapist too, though. So when he does his poetry, to me it sounds like it's in vibrations, and it sounds like how you go to the massage and you might be playing some music that'll just relax you. So he'll be like he talk like in vibrations to me.
That's dope.
But I was like, that's fire, because I never heard that. So when I dropped the track, I was thinking about him, because I'm gonna do something different. Like, but it was like supposed to be a funny chant, Dr. Seuss kind of thing, because I don't want to just do poetry. I just write. So this was like a children's story. Like I had a little dance with it, like some Dr. Seuss type of thing. But I was talking about real things. Like I was talking about being lost, a boy being lost, then growing into a man and being found, finding things. But then he realizes that, you know, hell could be on earth. Like, you know, he's running in the, you know, it's really the, you know, it's a mindset too. It's like where, you know, so if I'm in that blissful state, it's gonna be like everything gonna be bliss. Even if I'm driving down and my car break down and everything, boom, boom, hey, at least I ain't, you know, I'm happy, you know, it's just bliss. Or if you're in that negative state, everything you look at, it don't matter what. Like, you can look at anything and you're gonna see the bad in it. So this was just, you know, me. I was talking about me, just being lost and finding things out, you know. So it's a whole little, this was part one of it, like just him, you know, I was just setting the scene. So it was just like, you know, him being lost and he just looking around. He mad at his mother, father, thy mother, thy brothers and thy sisters. So like, you know, that's like everybody, you know what I mean? You know how people, you might hear somebody that might, you know, curse God, curse whatever, the mother, the nature, the fellow people they be with. So it was just something like that, for real. But people was rocking with, because it's talking about a serious topic. And then when I performed it, they kind of put like it was some jazz players playing behind it. So it kind of changed up the whole flow of the, because now I didn't make it more funny. Now it really sounds serious because it got the guitar playing and they playing, and that was like
live band.
Yeah, it was like a live band, man. I didn't even know until they called my name to go on stage. Like, they didn't tell me it was gonna be like that. So if they told me that, I would have probably did something different. But I'm glad they didn't, because then it, like I said, like I tell my kids, like, I could write the play up for you. We could write it on the board. When you get in the game, it might switch. What you gonna do? Just stop. So when I peeped that they were still playing, I said, oh, I gotta rock out. So I just switched it. I was just talking, like, you know, like I said, I guess that my music background kind of came back into play, because it's like, oh, okay, I can ride the beat. Let me just slow it down now. Let me, you know, maybe not be so animated now, just talk and chill. So it kind of turned it into a whole different piece. But yeah, that's like one of my favorite pieces right now, definitely.
Okay. So I want to go back to the vibrational sound.
Yeah.
Like, so what do you feel like your sound is?
Man, see, I'm still creating my sound. As I'm getting more into it, and I'm getting more, now I'm probably been on stage about 10, 11 times just from open mics and performances. So I'm creating it. But I feel like, man, I don't even know a name yet, or if it's because I'm an unorthodox person. That's what I'm realizing about me. Like, sometimes I might go off the grain, go against the grain, but it's still, I be in my head. You might not understand it, but in my head, I know exactly what I'm going. So if I had to answer that, I'd just say I'm a hybrid. Do a lot of stuff. I'm theatrical.
Your own style.
Yeah, I get theatrical. Cause like I said, I had schooling where, you know, Shakespeare. I could get Shakespeare on you. I try to mix everything. I don't ever want anybody to label me in a box. So I try to mix the poetry. I go real poetry. I throw some rap in there too, because I used to rap. So I might be in poetry form, and then all of a sudden I just start rapping, like, especially if I'm on the beat. If I'm on the beat, it's kind of like a cheat code when I write, because I start off rapping, but then I turn it into like poetry. So I might see.
That's dope.
So it's like it kind of changes. So I do that. In my head, I'm really a singer. I love R&B for real. And I like writing music. So I used to want to write R&B. So when I'm doing the poems in my head, it's like, this is my chance to be a singer. Even though I'm not singing, it's still words though. But I just be wanting to, you know, singers, they take your soul, not take your soul, but like, you know, you'll get goosebumps just off of hearing somebody, just the way they do their runs, or just some words. So I be wanting to be a singer, rapper, actor. Some things you hear, I might be writing it like it's a script, like, you know. So I gotta play. So it's like a whole mix. I just throw everything in there. That's my art. I'm one of them artists that throw all the paint on the canvas and then stand back and get artwork. So can't really label it, but I just feel like I'm unorthodox. Definitely.
Man, so tell me, why do you believe poetry has the power to influence or reflect social culture and change?
Man, poetry is so powerful, man. Like, it's a loving community. You know what I mean? Like, we embrace. That's what I'm saying. It kind of reminds me of, like, you know, I grew up in church and everything, and I know the church is like, come as you is. Like, I done heard that a lot. So that's really kind of that same type of thing. Like, and then you get to get around different people, and then you like you might do a poem and I'm hearing you, and I'm really seeing me. So it's making me like, man, like, oh, it's somebody out there that's like that with me. So then it's like relief. So now you like relieved. Like, I know I was, because I was like, man, I used to think I was the only one that was going through things or feeling this way and that. And when I get to hear other people that I'm thinking this, that, you know, and I'm like, oh, okay. So I just feel like it's a positive place, you know, and it brings different cultures, different people, and we come around and we, you know, fellowship, so to say, like, you know, and just build connections, and then it makes you just it makes you want to like be better for real, like, you know, it makes you want to learn, it makes you want to, okay, let me read some books now, I know for me, I'm like, let me read some books, because if I'm writing or doing this, I gotta know I gotta hear the different styles, I gotta see, I know the NBA, NFL players that played in the 40s, 30s, 50s, but I don't know I gotta know Ernest Hemingway, even though he was 1800. I gotta know Langston Hughes, even though they was like, you know, it's making me like get up every day. Like, man, I used to get up like, oh my God. Now it's get up like, man, we gonna learn today.
Yeah.
What we gonna learn today? And then, like I said, you learn it's words, and you learn the power of words. So now I'm even learning just how I'm saying words. It might be a simple word that'll change the whole thing, and I'm communicating better. That was always a problem. I couldn't communicate. I know what I want to say, but I couldn't say it to you. So now I'm communicating better. My relationships are better with my father, my brother. You know, it's everything. So I just feel like it just brings everything together, man. So you could go a lot of different ways. There's a lot of people that have poetry where they're revolutionary, where they're talking about injustice. Like, you could talk. There's so many topics you could talk about. Like, you could really get in there. So that's one of the things I feel like, you know, that poetry does, definitely.
Man, it's a couple things that I heard, man, that's just standing out to me. One is purpose.
Yeah.
Like, when you find your purpose, like when you said, oh, I get up,
No,
and I just start, and it's the same thing how I felt once I found my purpose in terms of becoming a keynote speaker.
Yeah.
I'm up.
Yeah.
And you get that same, and it's like, and then even when you saw your cousin at the poetry slam, you had that feeling. It's a feeling. And this goes to y'all when y'all looking for y'all purpose. It's a feeling that you get that comes over you, and you be like, I can do that, and you run with that. Mm-hmm. And that's the feeling he talking about right now, because I know that feeling. That's the feeling I felt when I saw bodybuilding. So when I went to the Arnold, I saw dudes on stage. I'm like, I can do that.
Yeah.
So that feeling, when you were speaking, I'm like, oh, brother, I was walking. Hey, we was walking in the same shoes. Like,
that's what I be telling people.
So,
man,
and then we even go into the fact that one of the most important pieces of a journey is finding your community.
Yeah.
You spoke on community, man. Yeah. And when you find your community and you get around your like-minded people, you're no longer viewed as weird. Yeah. You're no longer viewed as oh, you don't know what you're talking about, but your views are respected, they're understood, you feel protected, you feel embraced, you get that love that you've been looking for. Like, you get all of that. Why? Because these are like-minded people.
Really?
So then when you go out there, you may even feel like you messed up on a poem, but they like, nah, bro, that hit right on time.
Man, oh my.
So you felt that. So and that's important, man, especially when you on a journey of bettering yourself, and then you even tied in the connection of the relationship with your father and brother, bro. That's major.
Yeah. Like,
that's major because one, you found your purpose, you fine-tuned your communication and understood that was the gap in between why relationships weren't working. Mm-hmm. So what you did was you worked on that, and then you translated that into mending the relationship with people where the relationship was gone.
Yeah, definitely.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, nah, definitely.
So doing that is major internal work, bro. I gotta congratulate you on that, bro. Like, for sure, bro, because that's major, man.
It is.
And so, like, you found your purpose. How far you think you gonna take it? Man. Or do you even have, or are you just gonna go with the flow?
Nah, now I'm on it now. Like, I feel like it was the missing piece. I already was finding my purpose with the fitness. Like, I was already, you know, serving, you know, just a lot of people know me from the fitness. Like, a lot of people know me for fitness and coaching. I've been coaching kids since I was like 19, so, you know, I'm 30 plus now, you know, but so I got kids that was when I first started working with them, now they're grown, just got married, families, you know, doing, so I'm supporting their businesses, you know, and they come back and tell me like, man, you was the first one to help me, like you was the first one to show us how to really work, because that's why I was a underachieving athlete. So when I started getting into fitness, I'm like, nah, like, because I'm thinking that was the lane for real. And I'm like, nah, y'all gotta do better, because I was doing that, and y'all see where I'm at. So I used to always try to promote just teach the kids for real, let them know like the mistakes I had. So even still, just through the years though, but this with the poetry, this feel like it's the missing piece, because even with the fitness, I was still dealing with that's why I put the Eddie versus Dre, or I used to be Eddie Fit for real. I used to be Eddie Fit. I didn't even want to tell people my name was Dre, like, but then I started adding Dre at the end, like, cause that's an Eddie Dre, like people might think it's my name, but it's really Eddie Dre. I don't know where you know me from, so I'm gonna just say Eddie Dre, but I didn't want, cause when I was in the fitness, and like I'm doing this Stefan, when I'm Stefan, I'm still having the same problems I had as Steve Urkel for real. You might not know it, you might see me posting something and I'm looking, and you might be like, man, you looking good, but when I'm looking in that mirror, I don't see that. I still see that boy, the little boy, you know, we was talking about, or the boy that wore size 42 in the 5th grade, or, you know, 225 pounds in the 8th grade. Like, I'm still seeing that boy, like, so I'm not seeing that. So then it's making me like, get frustrated on my fitness, because now I'm like, so then I give up. Like, so now with this, it came full circle, because I started training my mind, like, and I just got back on the fitness, and I was just doing it like, I don't care. I ain't doing it for no accolades, I'm just trying to be better, like for me. So if I feel better, I don't care about the weight. If I feel better in how I look, if I weigh 225, that's what it is. If I weigh 245 and I look good, feel good, I move good, I like the way, that's what it is. So it's the mind. So with this now, it's like, it really helped me. This whole year just helped me build so much confidence, because I was rock bottom. I didn't have a car, I didn't have a job. You know, I had to do some things. Like, I had to really cut some things out that I never really did, because I'm like, I got to do different things. So I told myself, like, when I had my old job, I said, man, if I could I was making probably almost 500 a week or something like that. I said, man, I need about 7. If I get like 7 a week, I could be, that still ain't nothing, but I could at least face and then still have some money. Right. Now I'm getting bills away and I'm coming back, I got $50 in my pocket. I still got more bills, so now it's more struggle. So then when I went to my job, I was just so ready to work, and I was just so grateful, like, just off of being for the month out of it, I was just grateful that I hit the job running, like, start working to double my first day. I was in there to the point I doubled like, what I make. We get paid every 2, but if you do the math, I doubled it, and I looked at it like, dang, I really said this. Like, I was just saying that at my job frustrated. I ain't never think I didn't have that confidence. I didn't have any confidence for real. So then when me doing that, I'm like, oh yeah, I should have said I'm 5,000. Like, I could have made, you know, I got a car now. I did it. Oh yeah, like, and so with the poetry, man, it's just building up the confidence. And like you said, there'd be times I be on stage and I just be looking at, I'm like, man, this is, in my head, I'm like, man, this is terrible. Like, I know then I get off stage and I swear people are like, man, like they praising me to the point where it's like, okay, I could do this for real. I'm just building. It's just like, you know, a lot of the problems be in your brain. Like, you make a lot of the problems up in your brain. When you really go in, a lot of the fear is in the brain. When you really actually meet the fear, it don't even be fear for real. It'd be like, oh, this little.
You could have
did that.
Now
I'm just like, hey, I'm pushing it, because I too remember I was an athlete, and I know where I failed at now, but I can't go back to being an athlete. But it's like, this is a new lane for me. It's a whole different thing. I never seen myself as being an artsy person, creative, and nothing. I just thought I was an athlete. Like, I could just be, you know, so now it's like, oh, you could do other stuff. You could write a book.
Kobe said that.
You could read books. I like reading books. I'm like, I could be an audio book. I could do, you know, so it's like, oh, it just opened up a whole nother thing for me. So now it's like,
you can do it.
I'm up all now. I go, it's the same thing. Yeah, it's the same thing like Kobe. He one of the ones that started it, like, for real. Like, MJ probably my favorite player if I've seen. LeBron probably, if you look at the whole body work, it's got to be Bron, just off of how long he be doing it. You know what I mean? But Kobe
is the game.
Kobe is my favorite though, just for what he did afterwards. The Mamba mentalities. Like, I used to watch it at my job. I'd be listening to them over and over, and he telling me like, don't don't get mad, get curious, figure it out. So that's why I had to start saying like, I gotta figure it out, cause it gotta be me. I'm not a perfect person. I'm not a bad person. I'm not none of that. So it's gotta be me. I gotta be doing this. So he really started getting that ball rolling. So, but that's really how I be with it. I'm saying, oh, he up at 3 in the morning working. I gotta, as soon as I wake up, as soon as after I praise for waking up, sleepy before I even brush his tools, thank you God for waking up. I'm right into my poems, like right there, sleepy voice, tired, cause I'm like, I gotta say, I gotta say it. I gotta keep saying any given time. I'm driving down the street, I only got the radio on, I'm saying my poems, just cause you never know, you gotta be Mamba ready. So definitely, man, I'm going with the flow, but I'm pushing the flow. So wherever the flow takes me, but I'm definitely on.
But you in your purpose though, man.
Yeah,
you in your purpose, and the thing about being in your purpose is, that's why the question was kind of a catch-22 type of question too, because when you in your purpose, you don't know where it's gonna take you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
You don't know where you're gonna go.
I'm excited.
You don't know where you're gonna go. See, you may reach people that you ain't even think you was gonna reach.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You may be on Oprah's network.
Yeah,
you feel what I'm saying? Like it could even take you there.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm like, just stay focused on what you're doing, stay consistent, keep grinding, bruh. Cause what Kobe said, he said don't just put all your eggs in one basket. No. He said go get another basket.
Yeah.
You feel me?
That's what I'm saying. So, Kobe, that's cold. That's Kobe.
So when I'm listening to you, it's like, yeah, because I heard the fitness. See, the fitness is kind of like, see, me and you relate really well on that fitness piece because we both fitness heads.
Yeah.
So and I thought that was my go-to lane on what I needed to do until I realized that it was character development for who I was supposed to be.
Yeah.
Because you understand the type of person you need to be in order to be fit. It takes discipline. It takes consistency. It takes structure. It takes focus. It takes all type of stuff, and you have to understand that element in order to even dwell in that field. So when you get that, now you already got a formula. So you basically, when you get up in the morning, you doing your poem, you running your fitness routine.
That's what it is. Really.
See, you also learn. You also learn. See what you don't even realize the type of skills you even doing, because some people like we have to. That's like, as coaches, we have to develop these skills into people and realize like, hey, you're good at this.
Yeah.
So use that formula and translate it over to something that you really want to do.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
That's
what you did on your own.
Yeah.
You know, you took the fitness and was like, nah, that's cool. But you also took that leap of faith and jumped into poetry and said, let me run my fitness routine over here.
Mm-hmm.
And so now you running your reps in the poem. You wake up in the morning, boom, boom. Hey, just spitting it out. You know what I'm saying? Oh, okay, boom, we good with that. All right, now, you running your whole routine. You on YouTube, you on Google, you know what I'm saying? That AI, hey, throw me a poem, let me learn. Hey, that's dope. That's dope.
That's really what it is.
Then when I listen to you about the job situation, whenever something like that happens, I always look at them as opportunities.
No, that's what I had to look at.
Because it's an opportunity. Because I ended up losing my job a couple months ago. So when you were saying, I'm like, man, we in that same boat.
Nah, for real.
But I looked at it as an opportunity.
Nah, for real.
I looked at an opportunity to say, you know what? I didn't even like that job anyway.
Man.
It was getting on my nerves.
Man.
It was annoying.
Man.
I ain't want to show up. I woke up miserable.
Man.
And it's like, I ended up attending something where they were talking about hazing. And they said the first definition of hazing is when you walk into, when you go into an environment and you're doing things that you don't want to do. And I said, okay, I get that. And then it turns into other tasks that ends up turning and leading into things. Now, most jobs don't lead down that road, but the first beginning stage is doing something you don't want to do. 9 times out of 10, a lot of us are working jobs that we don't want to do. Wow. So is that not a part of hazing?
Man, it definitely is. That's what I'm saying. You just dropped the diamond in the gold.
So I'm like, why? Why are we doing things that we don't want to do in order to live a life that we didn't ask for?
Man, not gonna lie.
So I always go to, I say, man, ain't no reason for me to be living this life and I'm about to be miserable.
Nah, for real.
I ain't about to. I'm not about to. You're not about to do that to me.
Nah, real talk.
So I'm gonna live. I'm gonna do something that I enjoy. So when I looked at, when I heard you speaking on the job, then I heard you translate it into the opportunity that you got to where you started making more money doing this, doing that, to where now you got your situation back on track. Now you really speaking your poetry. You in the car, most likely in the car God blessed you with, using the talent that God blessed you with, that's gonna take you to places that God gonna want you to go.
Facts.
You feel me?
Facts.
So
Real talk.
it's all about it's about that, the fact that you found that, man. That's dope, man.
I'm grateful, man, because it definitely. I'm one of them people, bro. I promise. I used to always be like, man, that can't happen to me. Like, or somebody would be like, just you being, just not even if I didn't see your, like, I had to see it to believe it. Like, you know. So now.
We just went to a study yesterday. We went to Bible study yesterday. We was talking about seeing it to believe it, and I was like, you got to do both.
Yeah.
So. I'm the type of person, because as a massage therapist, I've actually literally performed miracles on purpose. Like, I've healed people on purpose, took sickness out of them, gave it to God on purpose right there on the spot. So, and when I go into my practice, I have to believe it to see it.
Yeah.
Do I have to see it? I have to see it to believe it.
Right.
So, and when I say see it to believe it, I see it in my mind.
Yeah. Nice.
Because in order to do some of the things that we have to do, we have to look at impossible feats. Yeah. Like, we have to look at, like, some of the stuff, like you got to see yourself in front of Oprah actually presenting before it even happens. So you have to see it, and then I believed it, and I believed that I was healing people. And I said, you know what? I can see the sickness, and I can see it being removed from the person, right? Boom. Then I believed it. And then I believed that I did it. Right. And then I saw it go away. So it's like a sifter, right? So you see, believe, see, and it comes down. So that's kind of,
basically, because that's what I be doing now. Like, I be sitting in front of the mirror, and I'm in front of the mirror, but in my head, I'm on Oprah stage, or I'm on whatever I'm still learning with the poetry, as far as, like, cause it's like you could be a slammer, or you could just do poetry, you know, or just whatever. So the slamming that's more when you get more, that's the competitive. So I'm gonna get there, but right now I'm just having fun. I'm having fun hooping, stepping back on the court now, you know. So it just be like, I really now I can see it's in the brain though. I'm still, and I'm looking. I was just doing it today before I got here. I practicing one of my new pieces I got. And I'm just looking at the mirror, but I'm really seeing the video. I'm seeing it. I'm really seeing the video, how it's working, because I do videos too. I do like video treatments and all of that. So I'm really seeing it happen, or I'm just I'm practicing for when it get there, like the same way. Like, so it's really,
you gotta get your reps in.
You gotta get your reps in, and you gotta be prepared. And everything, fitness, sports, this all shaped me for here. It was an incident when I was in high school where I was probably getting blackballed, and I probably, should have been playing, but I wasn't for politics. But that's life. I didn't understand that. That's life. I went to Wyoming. That's majority white school, but so it was a lot of things going on that I didn't know, but it was preparing me for life. But it was an opportunity. The biggest game of the season, my junior year, my boy got hurt in front of me. And the person that was in front, the starter got hurt. The person that was in front of me was somebody that went to his dad was like an alumni or something. Like, so everybody knew he shouldn't have been in front of me, but I had just got to that school. Like, so I was still learning. I was raw, but it was that time for me. Everybody told the coach, like, nah, put Dre in, Dre need, this a big game. And my position coach came to me and was like, is you ready? And just off of my mind state, I had a weak mental, so when I seen that they was shelving me or saving me for next year, I started clowning in practice. I'm like, I ain't about to play. I ain't about to look at the scouting report. I play on Saturday. I ain't about to play on Friday. And it was an opportunity for me to seize the moment, and I couldn't seize the moment because I wasn't prepared, and then I didn't have confidence. So it wasn't like, oh, I don't care if I'm confident enough that I could learn. And I could have still probably did it, but I was so, I wasn't ready for the moment. So that always stuck with me. So now it's like, I'm gonna be ready. I don't know when it's
Gotta
gonna
be
come
ready.
now. It might not never, but I'm gonna be ready. So so definitely everything in, like you said, the fitness, all of that, they all play a part of it. Cause it's all like a circle. Everything a circle. Cause that, sports fit. That's how I really got to the speaking over the videos, working out. So it all play a part definitely in showing me how, like, oh yeah, this is how you do it. Because if I would have did this way, then I might have been changed. But you live and you learn. So
It's
that's
all
the
about
reason.
that character development, man.
Yes, sir.
People don't, and a lot of people be scared. So ET said, when I went to the conference.
I went to the conference?
I went to the conference.
Where was that?
Atlanta.
Ooh,
so it was in Atlanta.
Ooh.
It was in Atlanta. So, and he said, don't skip the steps. He said, don't skip the stages to get to the stages.
That's real talk, man.
So it's like when I'm listening to you, it's like, because you were saying, oh, I don't think I'm ready for the slam quite yet, which is respectable.
Yeah.
Because it's like you got to get to the stages.
That's
like,
what
you know what I'm
saying?
saying? Like, even for my keynote, like, I charge what I charge, but at the same time, I only charge what I charge because I can't charge what I want to charge. Why? Because if I go straight to the top, where's the room to grow?
Right.
You got to be able to grow.
Gotta grow.
You got to grow. So you got to start somewhere. So it's also about respecting the craft.
That's really what it is.
So
yeah, that's exactly
when you respect the game, it's like weights. I tell people, I say when you go to the gym, respect the weights. Don't go in there playing around disrespecting the weights, because then you end up, the weights will disrespect you and you get hurt. Then you can't play with the weights no more.
Man.
You feel what I'm saying? So I say you got to respect the weights, and the weights will respect you. So respect that. Respect goes a long way, and even in the game of whatever lane you in the poetry lane, you respecting it. You taking your steps. But at the same time, what I want you to do is still dip your toe in the water.
No, yeah, for sure.
Still dip your toe in the water, like, you know what I'm saying? Go to the slams. And then, you know what, maybe even sign up for one.
Yeah, it's coming soon, definitely.
Because I'm excited. I'm excited.
And
because I'm gonna push you, bro. So
I'm
gonna push you. Like, hey,
that.
I understand you taking your time, but you know what I'm saying, still, like, you ain't got to sign up for 5, 6, 10 of them at a time. But you know what I'm saying, find a little small one that you want to do, and dip your toe in there. Because don't let any avenue or opportunity go on, because you never know when your time.
Yeah,
it's the same thing with content.
Right.
You pushing out we pushing out content every day. Yeah. And when you pushing out that content every day, you may not be getting the views that you want to get, but guess what? As long as you reaching one.
Yeah.
I only need one. As long as I'm reaching one person, I'm good. But you never know, that one person might be your opportunity for you, because what I do, and this is something that I came to me because what I want the money for the craft that I'm in, not so I can change my life.
Yeah.
But so, say for instance, I get a client that comes in, and a lot of the times, even in my training, what I do is I like to help my clients outside of here. So it's like, oh, you got a $24,000 college debt, and you like one class away, and you got to pay that just to get that one class for you to change your life, and I see that that's what's stopping you. I want to be that ghost center that's going ahead and break that off. You don't even know it came from me, because I ain't going to say nothing. But boom.
Same way.
Take that, and hey, go sign up for school. Oh, God already handled it, bro. I already know for a fact. Mm-hmm. God got you. You know what I'm saying? I want to be one of them. So it's like, and I can tell you got that same type of spirit, because I'm listening to you, like you doing it from passion, which means the money gonna come. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I ain't heard you talk about money not one time while you were speaking, which is dope.
I ain't really want to know.
Because a lot of people, what they do is when they come to speak and they doing different things and they doing different stuff, it's all because I want to get my family out the hood. You know what I'm saying? I saw moms do this, I saw this, that, and the other, and this, that, and the other. Nah, you speaking from the heart piece.
No, for real.
That heart piece is major. But a reason why I brought up the finances was because I also want you to be prepared for that as well. Yeah. Because that's part of the blessing as well. Mm-hmm. And so then you can bless other people outside of your field, right? Mm-hmm. Like you may be speaking, but you know, when the money start coming, bless the old team you used to used to coach. You know what I'm
for
saying?
real.
Hey, new cleats for everybody. You
For
feel me?
real.
Like, and to me I think that's what it's all about. On top of us living our purpose, is also serving other people outside of our normal capacity. Cause yeah, we having fun.
Yeah.
We having fun. I love speaking.
Yeah,
I
for
could
sure.
I could talk for some hours. I'm a yapper.
Sure.
I ain't gonna hold you. I'm a
Sure.
yapper.
I
But-
see it in you. I can tell you.
And it's really about just feeding the people the information that we get, because you don't never know whose life you may change in an instant.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Because me and you, it sounds like we had to really get it out the mud on our own. Like we didn't
sure.
we didn't have that person to come through say, hey Will, hey Eddie, let's what y'all here, I got you. Come on. I got you.
Never, yeah.
So it's like, it sounds like, you know, you want to be that person that you didn't have.
That's exactly what.
You feel what I'm saying?
That's exactly what it like when I just told the kid that yesterday, because that's what I be on. I'm just trying to, because I didn't have that person, and if I would have had that person, then you know, so I want to be that person. That's what I don't care about. I care about wins and losses, because I'm a competitive. I play sports, so I don't want to lose. But if we lose, if we give it our all and we lose, what am I mad about? Like, you know, I'm not one of no one, because at the end of the day, you learn it. It's not a loss. Like, you know, this learn. So that's what the kids, and I can see that. That's why I said the kids really kept me going. Like, they don't know how many times I done pulled up to practice, repo man on me. I done had to park somewhere in the cut, so I don't want them to see me get it. He might pull up in the school and repo. So I don't want them, they know my car, but it's been many times I be mad, angry, all type of stuff, and then I'll walk up as soon as I get to the cake. Coach Eddie, Coach Dre, like it'll be a whole different sport. We might be going for football weight, this rugby. Coach Eddie, Coach Dre.
Hey, what you doing, man?
And they run into me, I'm like, hey, chill, y'all got coach, like, what's up, y'all? But then I'll be like, dang, okay. Or kids, let me tell them, call me coach, man. Can I talk to you? Like, you know, that's why I'm wondering, can I talk to you, man, on this? So then I'm telling them the real, hey, this real. If this what you want, if you feel like the coach, go talk to him like a man and pull him to the side and be a man and address what it is, and or you know what I mean. So that's really why, you know, that's the main reason why I'm to have somebody else, really a domino theory. If you take one, or you take us one, then that one might be the one that start rolling. You never know, but it just feel better. Like that feel better. I like that better than me making it to the whatever, all the dreams I first had, I like that better, because I don't know what type of person I would have been if I could have been getting the money, then I could have been a whole different person. I had to really feel life and really be there to make me, you know, you got to go through the pain. You got to go through the rain to love the sun. Like, you got to love the pain, though. I mean, you got to love the rain, like, or you ain't going to appreciate that sun.
For sure.
So now when it's sunny, I'm happy. Like,
it's like we learn how to coast through it all day long, where, like, it's even though things going crazy, but even though when things get good, like, you still got to keep that even warm temperature, because it's like you don't want to get too excited, because if when it drops back down, because you understand, it sounds like you understand the circle of life. Like, when it's in the circle of life, you got good times, you got bad times. So when things go bad, you don't want to be so high that you got to drop all the way down. Because then when you drop down, you know what I'm saying, you got Mike Tyson right there to hit you with a haymaker. You feel me? So you want to be able to duck down while your feet on the ground and jump up under that. So. You know, it's life of life, bro. But going back to the children, man, and really being able to teach them, and then it's like, and then you even resonated your poem into the format of a child at first.
Yeah.
So then not only are you speaking to the little boy inside of you, you're also speaking to other young men that are going through some of the stuff that you're going through as well, where you resonated that. That's very commendable as well, because they need to hear that. They need to hear that, because, and then, like, you know, I'm gonna throw some suggestions. Like, it sounds like you already had them in terms of the audio books. You know what I'm saying? It's a couple stuff that you can there's a couple platforms you can be on. I got all type of stuff I'll share with you, man, to put you on.
I'm trying to,
you know, so it's like, but the kids need to hear this stuff. And I believe that the generations are the way the world is going in terms of our young people moving and acting the way they are is because of the lack of people that aren't willing to step into their vulnerability, that aren't willing to share their stories, and they're not willing to share their expertise. And like, bro, you know, they allowing, like, I had a conversation with a guy, and I was talking to him. I say, man, look, we really need to talk to young kids about sexual discipline. We really need to because you got to look at the root of the issue. First of all, it's too many kids, not enough resources. So you got to hit the root, and the root is the discipline.
Yeah.
So we need to put that in them. Like, look, this, that, and the other, and talk to him. He said, nah, man, you can't stop them from doing what they gonna do. You just need to strap them up. I say, man, you part of the problem.
Yeah.
I said, you 50-something years old, brother, and you saying you can't. I said, you can fault the ignorant, but you can't fault the knowing.
Mm-hmm.
If I put the information in your hands, and I put this information, I say, hey, look, this is what it is, and this is what happens when you do that.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's up to you.
Now it's up to you.
But if you don't know because you listening to another knucklehead,
then I can't.
then it's like I didn't never tell you. Not only that, I enabled you by giving you the contraceptive, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was an enabler.
Yeah.
So you know, you as a coach, you know, when they come up to you, they look at you as that protector. They look at you as that father figure, as that person that's the person that they didn't have, or they may have a father, but the father is always at work because, you know, he got to provide.
It's like a village.
You know what I'm saying? So it definitely do. And we need to get back to that village mindset, because it takes, like, we got one great mind, but if everybody use their mind together and actually put up the umbrella full of minds to surround all the children and actually teach them the stuff that they need to know to grow them.
That could be,
Cause it take more than shoes and feet and food to raise a child.
I definitely do.
People forget that.
They
think clothes, shoes, and food raise a kid. Nah, see what that raises is another statistic.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta feed that mind. You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, and even teaching them throughout the poetry and sharing your poetry and relating that to them. So then it's even kid friendly. So you in a nice position, man.
Yeah, that's what I really like about it, because I always like, man, like, and that's the big thing. That's the biggest thing, is that mental health, that emotion, especially with guys not being able to trying to channel, like, it ain't happened. Like, nah, you gotta sit with it. It did. Like, now what I be doing, like, why I feel like I could recognize my feelings now. Like, I could recognize if I'm mad, why you mad for? Let me ask, why am I mad for? And if I could really say why I'm really mad, like, it's really not, I'm not that mad as I thought, because I just got the solution. Like, I could you know what I mean? Like, or does it justify? Are you sad? You just lost your mom. You should be sad. Like, that's what.
That's okay.
That's be sad. Like, feel that sadness, but just don't let it drown you. Now you still got, you know, whatever, but you gonna have to. But it's okay to. You're not less of a man because you're crying because your mom died.
I tell my son, I told him, I say, cry when you need to.
Yeah.
Not when you want to.
Yeah, facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Because I had to realize as a man that I needed to cry and let go. Because one, I didn't want those big dog illnesses like cancer and stuff to come and attack my body. Because what happens is the cancer, our organs hold emotion. And when they hold emotion, it turns into a cancer in that specific organ or wherever it is. So then when you ask, whenever I ask somebody, I say, what's going on? And I talk to them, I relate that to that, and I say, okay, so what we need to do is I'll start actually stimulating the organ, because I have to understand. Not only that, I'll start stimulating the organ, which are actually in tune, fight the emotion to get the emotion out, so then we can cure the cancer. You know what I'm saying? Don't come looking for me.
hey, that's what it sounded like.
But you have to understand. You have to understand the human body in different aspects, and so in the emotion, when you say cry when you want to, cry when you need to, not when you want to, it breaks back down to, if you just drop that toy and you have the capability to come pick it up, you don't need to cry about that. I'm gonna be honest with you. Your feelings may be a little hurt because it got a little scratch on it now. It ain't 100%. It's about 99, and I get that, but it ain't cry worthy.
Yeah, nah, for real.
But if you go back to what you were saying in terms of somebody's mother passing away, then, and look, you know what I'm saying? You ain't got to be in front of everybody. I get that. You know what I'm saying? You can even, I even go as far as talking about emotional compartmentalization.
Yeah.
So when I say emotional compartmentalization means this is something I do. So say for instance, somebody cut me off or somebody make me mad, I don't automatically react right then and there.
Right.
I store that. But I only know I'm only gonna have to store it for maybe an hour until the next time till I hit the gym. Cause now guess what? Now when I put that 315 on the bench, you done cut me off. Then I release it.
Yeah.
I don't hold on to it for no more than 24 hours. It's usually gone and released.
Right.
But I also teach emotional compartmentalization, where even if you did lose your mother, and you know that's fuel for success.
Nah, facts.
I don't want you to think that it's being selfish because now you're using your somebody else's problems and situations for your gain. But at the same time, you have to realize you can't hold on to that. You still have to release it. So now you go into, you go through that. Now you have, I believe, an unlimited amount of fuel to fuel you towards success.
Yeah,
yes, it's tough.
Yeah,
I get it.
Yeah.
It's very tough to be able to have that mental space. But this is where that character development comes in, that this is where the community comes in, that this is where being able to be vulnerable and authentic and having coaches and mentors and surrounding yourself with the right people, this is where all this comes into play. So when it's time for these situations to happen, you're able to channel that energy into a positive for yourself, so you can do the things necessary and what it takes in order to be a winner, because being great takes a lot.
It takes a lot, man. Not an overnight thing.
You see what I'm saying?
It takes a lot.
You see what I'm saying? So we're gonna end up wrapping things up in here. So I wanna anything else you wanna say, man?
Man, five P's. This is something I live by. I be telling my kids that I be at work and I tell that to anybody that I see somebody. Proper preparation prevents poor performance. So make sure you prepare for anything. That's life. You got to prepare for life. You got to prepare for the future. You know what I mean? So keep your heads high. You know, don't get mad. Get curious. Figure some things out. Sometimes you got to look at the mirror and the answers are out there. I'm not even gonna lie. The answers is out there. Any question you need, answers out there. It might be in a book. It might be in here. You just gotta go find them, man. Peace and blessings, gratitude, definitely. I appreciate you having me on the show, man.
I appreciate you for coming through, man, even sharing your story, man. So, we're here with Mr. Eddie Dre, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to tell you, when you see these overalls, that means it's time to get motivated.
Yeah.
Because purpose is overall. When there's a will, there's a way.